Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Cities Skylines. We are playing Parklife, and you know what? I saw on Facebook, where it's obviously the source of all great news, that there is another expansion coming. An industrial expansion, which is quite cool. I'm actually wondering about how that will work. I don't know. I haven't checked it out in detail yet. There's obviously some notes and stuff we can probably read. But what I thought we'd do after we've built so much roads, let's actually start actually populating this area a little bit better. So let's start off by doing some water work. So we'll put some pipe network up and running along this road as the place where we will draw most of our water from. Okay, then certainly up this road and alongside this tunnel is a good idea, and we'll run it all the way out that way. Okay, so now we just need to connect it up somewhere. So this one will go out here, run over there, and now we're linked up over there. So now let's start by tying these in a little bit. That's okay. We'll tie that one up there and up there. We'll tie that one up there and like so. Run that along there. Actually, through that tunnel is probably not a good idea, but we'll ignore that for the time being. Tie those in there. So now we've got some water going on over here. This section is a little bit less watery. Now we also going to need some power to come make its way this direction. So let's grab some power connections. And I'm pretty tempted to kind of see about running it in this area. Alternatively, how can we do this? All the way around here. So that's how corridors would actually work. Now we'll go across that side. So now we've got power coming along the highway to this area. So what do we need? We are in need of, maybe let's start it off with a bit of a commercial area. And I am tempted to do it a little bit more high density along here as a starting point. Okay, and what I'm doing is, let's not do it on that road itself. Let's see how best we can tie in as much of this. Okay. But I want to make best use of some of these areas by maybe slotting in a bit of a hospital in there. Well, let's get a clinic at least. Of course, we're going to need some of that in there as well. Let's get a bit of a smaller police station in place over here. And then the last but not least, a little bit of a fire station. Yeah, something like this probably. Yeah. So there's our basic pieces up there. Now let's just make sure to continue to fill in the rest of this development like that, say over there. All the way up to there, and we could even do a little bit over here, but I might have to maneuver the terrain a little bit. So, power. Let's tweak it up to there, and we'll tie in our power over there, and we'll see about cleaning that up a little bit later. There we go. So now this area is starting to fill in a little bit. I'm happy to start it off a little bit more of a commercial side of things over here. So let's just see about if we can slowly start to level some of this a little bit. Okay. Just a little bit. Okay, oh, that's fine. Okay, so now this should actually be better, huh? Let's quickly try and upgrade this road section, and then we'll go back to this. Thank you very much. And now what we can do is we can actually slot some of this in here also. There we go. So now, as a bit of a commercial slot, that's done pretty well. Oh, you know what I want to maybe should do? Should I do this as a, what kind of commercial pieces do we have? Leisure, organic local produce. I like the idea of doing that. Actually, let's fill in this area. To be honest, I'm almost tempted to fill it up all the way to the rail there. Yes. Yes, that's what this area is going to be. Okay, Coleridge Square, and it is going to be our organic local produce. So sorry about that, guys. You're going to have to rebuild, and now that we've got a new spot of zoning happening over here. So if we have a look at our terrain over here, so we are going to want to run a little bit of road. Let's just get rid of the traffic for a little bit. Kind of want to do the same kind of thing over here, but what I'll do is actually, let's switch on this instead. So now, no, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to grab the level and actually try and maintain the level. That's what I wanted to do. So not that, but that. Okay, so now you need to stay that level. This is going to be a disaster. That works okay. We just need to fix what we've done over here. So let's clear all of this out and try and get this to be a little bit more natural. So that is quite cool. I think that actually kind of works. Okay. Actually, maybe let's trim it back a little and let's redo that. And I'm tempted to. Why are you? Something like that. You know what? Let's grab the other tool. And we'll do a little bit of this. Is that? Yeah, that's not quite what I had in mind. So let's move it. We'll grab this thing and we'll try and lift this up a little. We'll drop these a little. See about doing that. Yeah, that looks fairly natural. Okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. Now we just need to fill in some other areas. So this area is not filling in nicely at the moment. So now we're going to need to start filling in some other bits and pieces. So if we say from an office point of view, we will do an IT cluster. So this area is an IT cluster, organic. This is like Silicon Valley. That's what this is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put some offices in here. Actually, and I'm gonna do them. Oh, you can't do them low density, so we'll keep them on the main road. So the main road will be used for a bit of an office space. Actually, so that section, probably just those we don't need. So we'll run a bit of office in here. We will get back to that one. So we'll do some offices, yeah? So this road will at least have something going for it over here. And that'll be a little higher density along here. So now, to be honest, I'm tempted that we actually put in a bit of a rail station situation over here. So if we go for rail, what kind of rail stations can we grab? Anything that looks a little bit more funky without being too over the top, huh? What's that? That's a freight terminal of some sort. This is just the standard one, I think, suburban train station, which I don't think is what it is that we're after either. What is this one? I'm not going to build that one. Those aren't actually working too well for us. This is more the highway kind of connection. So really, we don't have funky multi-platform train station. That's the end one. Then we just got the standard train station. So we could do something like that. Do a standard train station over here. Yeah, maybe that's what we do. Maybe that is what we do. So let's rip out a little bit of this, okay, and we'll grab our standard train station. And what we'll do is we will do something like that. At the same time, we could actually bridge over the top of that. Okay, let's pause it just for a second. So let's get our rail pieces in here, and we are going to need to tie those in there. This one will draw back a little bit more, and what we'll do is we will say, well, actually no. Something like that. Is that kind of okay? I actually like it. It kind of works. It kind of works. And so now we've got a bit of a train station over here that we can definitely tie into things. So first things first. Pause that for. Oh, pause it. So it's actually flashing all at the same time. So where are they going to come out? They're going to come out right over there. So that's good. Now I want a bit of a pathway, so grab me some pathway over here. Let's not snap it. I think that's what I'm trying to say. And also I want to run a bit like so. So if we do this, let's get Anarchy in place. So we'll run it a little bit. Wow, these are already pretty sizable. So if we do a little something like that, can actually get people to walk all the way at the same time. And I'm kind of wondering if we do a park in the middle. We could do a park in the middle. Definitely do a park in the middle. I like these towers. They are looking pretty flashy over here. Hopefully they well, we'll see what the kind of traffic generates, what kind of traffic that generates. And I'm tempted to then run the path like so, and what we'll do is we'll get rid of whatever zoning we have going on over here, and at the same time we'll do go and do another river crossing over there. So that's good, so you can actually walk through there. You can get in here. I'm gonna do yet another crossing kind of like right over there somewhere, and I'm gonna then do another path. This time we'll do it a little bit of a straight line, and we will run it straight through there, and we'll probably do another crossing. Yeah, so now it's pretty easy to get all the way over there. But what I'm tempted to do is actually get a little something. Look, I think we shouldn't be making this entire section all that big. But what we could do is I'm tempted to do the rest of this as a bit of a. Okay, so let's actually as a bit of the commercial precinct piece. So let's No. I want you to please do that. Okay. How do we do this? Let's start it off again. Okay, so something like that. And then maybe something like that. Is that okay? Yeah, I think that can actually work. That can actually work, and I think, almost think we need to do is something fairly similar over here. So if we do something like that, so now we can fill in these areas a little bit better with some of this commercial, and we're not, is this high density? It's high density commercial, but because of the nature of what it is, I don't think that is too problematic. We'll do big ones and small ones and things like that. So at the same time, let's grab a bit of a pathway from here to there, and we'll do a similar thing from there to there. Okay, so that at least we can get from the one side to the other side. I'm tempted to do a pathway through there, and then I'm tempted to do something like that. So now we're pretty well connected with pathways through this area. So let's quickly fill in the rest of this with a sensible kind of block zoning over here. Yeah, something like that. For now, we'll just fill in similarly over here. Nice, that works quite well. A bit of that. Do a bit of that, like so, like so. Yeah, I just want it to be reasonably, to look reasonable. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So let's do that. Let's see how are we going on the water provision over here. So I haven't actually started running anything over there. So let's okay, and the other thing that I'm tempted to do is actually put a bit of a bus station or something over here. So from a bus's perspective, what can we do? What is that? Small bus garage, city bus depot, a small bus terminal. Yeah, so maybe some of these bus terminals. So something like this, maybe. Actually, this one is probably a little bit more appropriate if we do it over there, or just gonna slot it in next door to it right over there. What we will do though is we will drop that down a little bit to make that a little bit more look a little bit more sensible. Yeah. There we go. I actually like that a little. Now things are filling in. Slowly, I must add, I can add. So what I'm thinking of doing now is actually putting the, what we should do is put the rest on this side. So keen on this side, what we'll do is I'm going to start off by actually... sure we get rid of that. It's in parks, right? Yes, this is what I'm after. The right one. So if I do a little something like that, and then we'll do actually we'll do a little something like this. Not that I'm necessarily thinking that that is where we're going to do. And then at the back over here, do a little something like that. So now let's grab the path. Actually, can we... something like that. So now there's at least a pathway from the one side to the other side. And over here, what I'm tempted on doing is actually doing the residential component of what is happening over here. So let's actually start off a new area. We'll do that for now. But I could indeed actually run that along the other way. Oh, we definitely need a little bit of garbage collection over here as well. So a bit of a recycling center is what I'm after. So actually, let's get that. Let's get a small recycling center in this area right here. Yeah, that's good. So we'll have some garbage collection over here also. So now we can actually get people to actually come here. So I'll need to have a look at what we're doing from a train perspective to make that work. We've already got some stuff going. So what I'm tempted in saying is that we shouldn't run any more trains in here because that area is just too busy. But what we could do is we could run a train into there. We could just stop it over here. We could run it into the city. Or alternatively, we could... Oh, we can't actually run it there. So into the city and back, potentially. Yeah, I'm tempted to do that. I'm tempted to do that. So let's quickly do that. Okay. Starting to fill in nicely. I think this area could look pretty well. Pretty wow if we have some of these nice IT cluster pieces going on in here. And obviously schools and stuff we'll have to do on this side. This school, I mean, this might also become residential, or it might be a continuous growth of this. Yeah, don't want to do many big parks over here. Okay, let's quickly grab it. So if we're saying train, for now I'm going to start it over there, and we will slot it in like that. We will stop it over here. Ah, there is a train line that goes this way. So I'm almost wondering if that is what we do. Well, there's only one train line that does this. So actually what we'll do is we'll stop it over here. And we will stop it in the city. And then we will go back. That, I believe, is not going to work too well for us, though. There we go. So now, 4 passenger trains. Let's give it a nice and flashy color like that. Perfect. So we're immediately going to start having some train services running up and down here. Oh, look at all the traffic coming in here. So the question is people actually coming? I don't think they're coming in doing a U-turn. But what they can't do at this point in time is actually get back into the other direction from here. Unless we at some point do... Yeah, so I'm not sure that actually works too well. This is nice and busy, filling up, working. I like what we're seeing here, so all of that is working quite well. So that's getting pretty busy. So potentially what we could also do is we could also just tie it in somewhere over here towards the end. Actually, that is not a bad idea if we actually tie in one more road over here. So let's do that. And out that way maybe. So if we go with a narrow road, so let's do that and that, and we'll do that and that to go out. Alright, so at the same time let's do M. We'll try and tweak that out a little. So, and similarly we'll try and tweak this one in this direction. So there we go. So now you can actually get in and out, so you don't have to get stuck on that piece for those turns. You can actually run it straight into that area, onto the service road, of course, so it's not the end of the world. Hopefully that'll sort things out a little bit. Now let's see, in the final few minutes of this episode, let's start by laying out some of the requirements over here. So what is this? How does that look? It's a terrible looking school, that. Nova Primary, we've got plenty of them. What is this one? That's the library. Phoenix High School. Let's do a Phoenix High School. We've got plenty of Phoenix High Schools, I'm pretty sure. This central plot over here is where I'm going to do it. So if we say do high school like that, now we need a bit of a primary school. Regis High School. My goodness, look at that. Have you seen a school like that? I mean, in this game, at least. PTB College, Community College, Jubilee Hall, like a law school, University Science Hall, Japanese High School. So where are my primary school options? That's an elementary school that is pretty sizable, but actually could work quite well right over here. So let's slot that in and see how that works. Excellent. Yeah, that works for me. We can do a few other public buildings over here. So now let's see, in terms of a bit of a kind of health area. This is a metropolitan hospital, which can slot in some of these, but maybe a little bit on the sizable side for this area. Alternatively, if we do squeeze it in somewhere over there, maybe along the big road somewhere, yeah, something like this. That actually works quite well if it wasn't set in like that. So let's actually just move that one. That doesn't actually work for me. If we squeeze it in on this side, that is looking much better, but still not quite right. Let's try it one more time. If we do that, it works quite well. It works quite well. So that's a pretty good move right there. So now from a firefighter point of view, something pretty sizable. Something like this maybe. Could do something like that. Bit of a fire station over there. What I may do is I might actually drop this down a little bit, just to give that a little bit more feeling. Okay, so now we've got a fire station over here, we've got a hospital, now a police station is kind of what we still need. Something like so. Excellent, I like that as an idea. Okay, so now that is kind of working. What I'm also keen on us doing is maybe putting in a little bit of kind of low density commercial right over there. That's just a little bit of everything. And we'll look. Oh, you know what we still need? What we're still missing is a bit of death care. And we could actually do some other things in here as well. A yoga garden and things like that. But no, we're going to need a bit of death care over here. Okay, so that's okay. And I feel we're definitely going to need a little bit of recycling. So I'll just do a basic small recycling facility at the back of the school there. Excellent. So that's our kind of almost community facilities occurring over there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to run out some nice high density residential all around. And that's going to look pretty good. So let's fill in all of that. Let's fill in the same over here. Okay, so let's do up to there and up to there. Even like so. And what I'll just do is I'll just add a few more little shops in there. That's going to be pretty good there. Now the one thing that I'm missing, and that's good I'm picking that up right now, is let's actually run, how on earth am I going to get this? How crazy. Okay, let's drop that down, get it to 3 again, and what we'll do is we're going to run that straight through there. Gonna run that one through there. We're gonna run, whoops, that one straight through there. We'll even run it straight through there also. And over here, I'm tempted that we kind of make sure we run it through there. Okay, and then can even do that. Nice. So that kind of works. Now let me quickly grab the tools to do some crossings. I'm going to do some crossings there, there, and there. There's a crossing there. I'll do a crossing over there. We'll do a crossing right in front of the hospital. Well, actually the hospital entrance is on the other side. So that's okay. That'll kind of do the trick. I'm then also tempted to grab that little path again. And actually run it like so. So you can actually tie in straight back into that section there without, yeah. Okay, cool. So that area is going to work. Now what we need to do is we need to have a little bit of look at, oh, we've already done that. So we just need a bit of power to make its way over here. And then that is pretty much it for this episode. Things are working. Slowly starting to fill in. Is this thing actually powered straight off the bat, or it needs to get some? I wonder if those things are powered or not. Well, I can actually have a look. I don't have to wonder. Yeah, it is powered. So it should make the jump pretty soon. We just need a little something to fill in over here. And then we'll have power all the way. And hopefully that is well connected. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.